the highly anticipated rematch here in the Asia Cup qualifiers. It's game day 4 of window number 2 here in Dubai for the FIBA Asia Cup 2025 qualifiers. Welcome everyone to Sheikh Zayed bin Maktoum Sports Hall for another matchup in round 1. It's the game we've all been waiting for. Lebanon versus Syria, filled with high-flying offenses, tough-to-break defenses, and a whole lot of heart to try to propel their respective teams to the Asia Cup as a representative of Group F. And there you see Group F on your screen. You got Lebanon and Syria going tonight. And later tonight, you have the wrap-up here in window number 2 of Bahrain and the United Arab Emirates. Unfortunately, the hosts here for window 2 at the bottom right now, still looking for their first win, which they'll hope to get against Bahrain later. Lebanon number 1 undefeated in the group, Syria at number 3, and the starting lineups here first announced for Syria, who came in previously ranked as number 10 in the power rankings, and now in this window we're ranked number 19. And you got to think that their sliding has to stop at some point. Obviously, power rankings are a lot of the time a little too harsh. They did lose to Qatar, Palestine, and Jordan in the Kings Cup in Amman. But honestly, that isn't that bad, and it's not like they changed their entire roster either. So we'll look for them to make their presence felt here. And on the other side, of course, you have Lebanon, number 4 in the power rankings, still around there. And they went through coaching changes since the last window, and it's not an insignificant one. Mio Drag Perisic was tapped by Lebanon in place of Jad El Haj. And Lebanon lined up Omari Spellman for the first time in this window number 2, and they retained their key core of Wael Arakji, and Sergio El Darwich and others are still in the mix. So obviously they'll look to continue their dominance here, and we'll start with the national anthems at the beginning of this game, starting with Syria.
May I request please all stand for the national anthem of Syria.
Obviously, Syria draws a crowd wherever they go, and now we'll listen to the national anthem for the home team in this matchup, Lebanon. I just mentioned that this is the most anticipated matchup by these fans. So who is going to have the crowd advantage? By now, everyone knows that Lebanese fans could fill up any place that their team plays, and they have done as much in this venue as what we've seen in previous FIBA West Asia Super League seasons. Plus, some Satyrs love playing in here, as guys like Al Riyadi stars Wael Arakji and Amir Saud have tasted success in the home of Shabab Al-Ahli, particularly in winning the Basketball Champions League Asia inaugurals just a few months ago. But Syrian supporters have made quite the case too. The Eagles got themselves a solid turnout when they faced the United Arab Emirates back in the first window, where they got their first win 78-63 to split their assignments in that first window. And then in the second window here, they did in fact lose to Bahrain, who obviously they were on the wrong end of history. Bahrain guard Ahmed Haji nailed a Continental Cup qualifiers record of 11 triples for 35 points. We'll start with the starting lineup here for Syria. Not much of a change there. Amari Jeremiah Hardy obviously is the one we'll look for, who blasted off against Bahrain. 21 points for him in their first contest. He was electric in his first tournament here with Bahrain, just naturalized here in 2024. Obviously the Syrian national team head coach Facundo Sebastian Petracci in his first year as the head coach as well. There he is, the Argentinian coach turned Syrian head coach. From Argentina though, is former head coach of Al-Ahli club, and he was a member of the FIBA America's competition committee for quite a few years, and now the Lebanon starting lineup on the other side. They were powered by Omari Spellman for his 19 points in their first victory in the window. And their head coach, like I mentioned, they went through a little bit of a coaching change. Miodrag Perisic, his first tournament here for the Lebanon national team. He's a Serbian coach, currently the coach of US Monastir in Tunisia. So as we get set here for this rematch, we're expecting a pretty full crowd here. Obviously Syria led by Nadim Issa and company. Lebanon leading into Omari Spellman. And the nice part about these tournaments is we can listen into these huddles all game long to hear what these coaches are drawing up for their players.
Let's try to open 5, guys. But try 5 to have after these seconds they get, to put the ball down. Let's go. Start playing 5 down. No, you play inside. So, here. So you can get the ball to go right. But if no stop, you have this 5, I think, more 0 can more to put a little bit more. Guys, hey, I'm gonna put the S, very patient, no fight, no nothing, step by step, calm, and let's do play. Let's do this throw. Ball inside, ball inside. Ball inside, we give and go. Nadim, you pass the ball, we replace and we play, okay?
That countdown to tip-off presented by Tissot, excuse me, and Petracci and Perisic dialing up their plays to start off this game. Lebanon, of course, will qualify if they beat Syria here tonight in Dubai. Lebanon currently 3-0 in Group F, looking to make it a perfect 4-0 start to their Asia Cup qualifying experience. Bahrain's in second at 2-1, Syria at third, 1-2, although they've played some really hard games, and United Arab Emirates at 0-3. So the home team here for window number 2, not necessarily showing out in front of their home crowd how they would want to. And now we're going to take a moment of silence for the honor of passing of FIBA Asia Secretary General and Emeritus Dato Yo Chuhak. That moment of silence also in mourning of the souls of our victims in Lebanon. So this Lebanese national team looking to propel their country to the Asia Cup and give them something to celebrate on the end of this Sunday night. And the tip won by the home team in Lebanon. Playing here at a neutral site in Dubai. Obviously, this tournament was supposed to be played in Lebanon, but it got changed to Dubai last minute. So from the outside is Spellman, catch and shoot three. That's how this game's gonna start, okay. So Mari Spellman coming off a 19-point game where they crushed the United Arab Emirates 99-77. Shot 4 of 7 from the field in that one. So now here's the give off to Hardy, who was just naturalized this year inside. Maran missed it. And now Lebanon's got it going back the other way. Maran bringing with him the lessons and maturity he gained in the NBL in Australia and Syrian Basketball League, also naturalized this year for the Syrian national team. One dribble inside, Sergio Eldarwich, the 5th year for this Lebanon national team, putting that one in. Lebanon out to a quick 5-0 run to start the first quarter. A steal by Lebanon. Eldarwich now ahead, other side. No go. Wael Arakji, who is a shooter that always just puts on a clinic, shoots 70% from 2, can go to the bucket, can hit the mid-range jumper with the best of them. 5 of 10 in their last contest. Is going to start off 0 for 1 in this game. Lebanon trying to play inside out, 63% from 2 as a team. They can't be as physical on defense. They've been getting called for a lot of fouls to the tune of 19-point game. 3 in the corner, knocked down. Sergio Eldarwich with 5 points now. Lebanon's just gotta continue to play their style of basketball. Styria is gonna try to get them out of system by throwing different looks at them. And they're still looking for their first bucket. Maran misses that one, gets his own rebound outside to Hardy. He's gonna take a long 3, and that one's off to the right side. Syria normally being able to rely on their 3, shooting 38.2% from 3 ball as a team. Spellman again! He's on fire to start this game! A quick 8-0 early run here by Lebanon. Syria's gonna need a timeout, and we'll go down to the huddle with 8 minutes left to go in the first quarter. Syria still looking for their first bucket of the game.
Come on, guys. Use the foul now, man. Foul.
Hey, you open, shoot the ball. You complain about getting the ball, shoot that motherfucker. Okay. That's your opportunity right there.
No, we're gonna go motion, all the way motion.
Yeah.
We're gonna do it for sure. Come on, guys.
And we apologize for some of the language used there. It doesn't reflect the views of FIBA or anyone, but obviously you could tell that emotions run high in games like this as Syria's really trying to figure their system out. And they do not want to let Lebanon beat them and get to the Asia Cup. They don't want to be the reason that Lebanon qualifies. So they got to continue to take care of the ball. They haven't really been turning the ball over too much. That one, though, goes wide over the net. And they got to keep playing hard. Other side, that one put in by Jad Khalil. Lebanon out to a big run early. 7.5 to play here in the first quarter. Catch and shoot. Syria misses again. So Syria really needs something to fall here. Good ball movement, finding the open man in the corner. Spellman a big rebound, using his frame inside, banging home with the big fellas. Spellman's got 8 points here in the first quarter. An early 15-0 run for Lebanon. Hardy, first bucket. Syria now 1 for 6 from the field to start off this game. They find themselves in a 13-point hole with under 6.5 to go in the first. Quick give off inside, and flashing down the lane is El Darwich, picking up his next bucket of the game. He's got 7. Lebanon's biggest lead of the game is 15. A deep 3 connects. Majd Arbasha able to hit that one from distance. Maybe that's what Syria needed. A turnover. Syria's defense playing tough there, and a foul going back the other direction. This one will go on Jad Khalil. So Syria, what they do a great job of taking care of the basketball. 13.3 turnovers per game compared to Lebanon's 14. They got to keep playing hard. They haven't really been blown out except for the last time that they played Syria, or they played Lebanon. They lost that one 87-50. Hardy down the lane, cruising to a finish. Perfect from the field so far. He's got 4. Syria trailing by 10. From the outside, Arakji into some traffic. Almost a turnover there. Great job by Hani Adribi, reaching in, playing the power forward position here for Syria. He's got good hands for a big man as well. Hyder up with the left. His first bucket goes down. Hardy caught Spellman in the air and goes up and under. Ten-point lead for Lebanon. They have the ball. Backing inside, turning, Hyder. Good. Tough to stop that man. 206 centimeters, 6'8" power forward, who also plays the center position. Plays for the Beirut club in Lebanon. Other side, Arbasha. Coast to coast. Arakji for the finish. That's Arakji's first bucket of the game. 1 for 3 in the contest. Lebanon a 14-point lead. Driving inside is the Delby. Syria so far 4 for 11 and a foul. 4 for 11 from the field. That is 38.36%. One team foul apiece here on both of these squads. 3:42 left to go in the first quarter. Baseline out of bounds play coming from the right side of the basket. The inbound to Arakji. Arakji inside. And Hyder walked from Beirut there for the travel. There's the head coach, Miodrag Perisic, for Lebanon. His first season here. Won the 2022 finals over in Tunisia for US Monastir. Lebanon and their defense tough, but that time they will foul Hardy. Syria coming off of a 76-71 loss where they were just eked out by Bahrain after Ahmed Haji nailed those 11 triples for 35 points as Hardy sinks the first one. Hardy shooting free throws to the tune. Actually, I'm not going to say it because he went 4 for 4 in their first game against Bahrain, and there sinks a pair. So a pretty good percentage. Not going to say it, not going to be the broadcaster's jinx. Left corner three. So Arakji starting to erupt here in the latter part of the first quarter. One of their superstars who they've leaned into the last couple of years in his 10th season, and a travel on the other side, a costly turnover for Syria. Lebanon coming off of a game where they crushed the UAE 99-77. Spellman spinning into the lane, going up strong, and draws the foul. So he's going to shoot 2. Spellman going to the line after Hardy fouled him there. 2 USA players naturalized in the countries they play for now. Spellman in his second season here for Lebanon. Makes the first free throw. It's only the 3rd free throw he's taken here in window number 2. He played for Lebanon here in the Olympic qualifiers. Hadn't missed a free throw until that point right there. Averaged about 15.7 points per game in the 2024 FIBA Olympic qualifiers. Other side, Arakji filling this arena with some energy. Hardy will try a 3, he'll bang it out. Lebanon and Syria trading buckets. Syria still trailing by 15. Arakji up with the left hand, and the finish. A chance at a 3-point play on the way. So that's Hani Adribi's second personal foul, as Arakji there is just able to get right around him and now goes to the line. Shooting free throws at an 85.7% clip here in the Asia Cup qualifiers. Had 16 points in about 28.5 minutes in their 99-77 win over the United Arab Emirates. Arakji at 193 centimeters, 6'4", who has played all over the place in China, Kuwait, Lebanon, Qatar, Tunisia, and spent some time in the USA as well. Recently played for Al Arabi Club Doha in the Qatari QBL. And it's almost like they iced him there with all that time in between his shot and the free throw. Lebanon with a 17-point lead. Can Syria get their offense going? A quick pick and pop inside the foul, count the bucket, and will go to the line to shoot one as Adribi is able to put that one in. That was his first shot attempt. He picked up a couple of personal fouls at the beginning of this game, but now with under 2 minutes left, he misses the free throw. First missed free throw by Syria in this game. 4 personal fouls, 4 team fouls on both of these squads. 3 on the way. Big rebound by El Darwich. Second opportunity. A minute and a half to play here in the first quarter. Amari Hardy. Up top, 9 to go on the shot clock. Hardy looking, driving, kicks. And the floater is no good. It's still live. And now Spellman goes back the other direction. Azzedine now to the outside. Pick and pop. Flight 14 cleared for landing. Kareem Azzedine slams that one down. Azzedine coming off a 7-point game against the UAE in almost 14 minutes of play. Under 30 seconds to play in the first quarter. Lebanon up big. Hardy, nice step over to the left side. No. Spellman fouled, back the other direction. Nice slam there by Azzedine. Syria down big here in the first quarter. They have fought back from big deficits like this. Bahrain literally had a 24-point lead that they almost blew in the third quarter against Syria on Friday night. The tip-in, no good at the end of the first quarter. It is a 33-16 game. Lebanon is up by 17 points currently. They went on a 15-0 scoring run at one point in time there in the first quarter. And we'll check out some of the stats here. So like we were talking about, Syria, very good three-point shooting team. This qualifiers hitting them at a 38.2% clip, 50% so far. They can rely on their threes, not shooting well enough from 2. Let's check out our best plays here from the first quarter. And it's been the inside-out game. That was the theme for Lebanon. Play inside out. They're 63% from 2-point field goal attempts in the Continental Cup qualifiers. And you can see why. They slash and dash. And actually, they're not the biggest team either, which is interesting. Syria is a lot bigger of a team in terms of size, but that doesn't matter because Lebanon is so good at moving the ball. So it was Hardy in the middle of that first quarter there who was able to start getting something going as he went towards the basket. Nice up and under move there to catch Spellman in the air. And then on the other side, Haidar with a couple of back-to-back buckets. And that was the theme for the first quarter. Syria has not led in this game. Folks, check out the Courtside 1891 app for all your streams, schedules, and scores from not just this continental qualifier, but for all of them and for basketball around the world, check out the 1891 Courtside app. So now here's Syria with an opportunity. Wide open man, right wing. Spellman surveying inside Azzedine. Turning. Spellman in the corner. Syria trying to push in transition. And it was a turnover. That's one where you got to be vocal and tell your guy there's a trailer. Azzedine traveled. So Syria looking for something here to give them some energy. In comes Haik Jokchan. And Syria is going to bring in Andriy Michalskin. Here in the second quarter, Lebanon and Syria. Touch last. By Saud. 2 seconds on the shot clock. That one's just got to go up. It does hit the rim. Syria can grab it and give themselves a second opportunity. They had it originally and then lost it. Spellman, other side, going up strong. And the rebound, unable to be corralled in there by Mohamed Atli. So Syria brings in some of their size, and Atli, who's playing in his first season here for the Syrian national team. Arakci from the outside will run the point as we are now over a minute into the second quarter. Arakci breaks his man off, spins in the lane. A fantastic move with an even better finish. Hardy other side, fouled as he was going full speed down the lane. Nice move there by Arakci, put his man in the spin cycle. Absolutely went right by Dribby. Hardy. Now from the free throw line, his fourth time, connected on all of them so far. He's got 13 points already when no one else has more than 3 on his team. Ball is loose, other side. Hardy intercepted it. Now he's gonna go all the way to the other side. Couldn't lay it in. And Lebanon gets it right back, and they have numbers right now. There was no defense, but they saw the big man down low, and Hardy going back the other way will be fouled by Arakci, his first personal of the game. And you can see a nice move there by Hardy, just left it short. Second team foul on Lebanon here. Lebanon, who leads by 17 points. Their biggest lead was 19. Lebanon shooting it from the field at a 62.5% right now, 15 for 24 from the field. Syria is 6 for 19 on all shots they've taken. Michalskin for 3, maybe that'll get him started, no. Nice fight for the rebound there. Lebanon runs away with it. as Arakci will slow it down. Guarded well out beyond the arc by Mitchelson. Now gets his screen. Arakci to the left corner. 3 on the way. No. Alhamwi's in there, 218 centimeters, by the way, the 7'2" center. Other side, Hardy misses another layup. Costly there, you gotta finish on the easy ones. Good ball movement by Lebanon as they get an easy bucket. Haidar putting that one in. He's perfect from 2-point range so far in this game. 6 points from 2s. Mitchelson to the left. Now the big man, Alhamwi. Look what I found! The 34-year-old drilling that one from deep. Who would have thought? Maybe that will give Syria some life if they see their big man making it rain from the outside. A nice spin into the lane, and Alhamwi will pick up that foul. Alhamwi plays for Al Wada SC in the Syrian SBL. Has been playing for this Serbian national team since 2009 in his 16th year here. So now Haik Gökçen, the guard and forward at 34 years old, sinks the pair. 18-point lead for Lebanon. Other side, count the bucket and the foul. Majda Arbasha now can convert the 3-point play or not. Lebanon by 16 points right now. They do have 3 team fouls with just about 6 minutes to go here in the second quarter. That one, a nice play underneath by Haidar. Still perfect from the field, 8 points for him. That time he had to go against Alhamwi and was able to get it to fall. Mitchelson back up top. Arbasha to the near side. Mitchelson tried to throw it in the middle and threw it into the traffic. Other direction now. A foul. Hariri with his second personal of the game. Second team foul on Syria here in the second quarter. Under 6 minutes to play here. Bounce pass inside. And Gökçen looked like maybe he was going to go up for the dunk there, then maybe he was going to pass it at the same time. No matter. He'll go to the line and will shoot 2. Gökçen has played in Armenia, Lebanon, and the USA, has been playing for the national team here for Syria as he misses that second one since 2021. Actually graduated from Franklin and Marshall College over in the USA in 2013. Mitchelson over to the left. Good ball movement there by Syria. Here's Arbasha, a turnover. Haidar to the left side. A fake. Haidar able to grab that rebound. Now in on Alhamwi. Left side 3. Haidar, the rebound, and he can't get that put back to go. 19-point lead for Lebanon still, and the finger roll on the other side is smooth like butter. Majd Arbasha able to get his second field goal to fall. 2 for 5 from 2 in this game so far. Right corner three. Zaynoun did get a good look at it there. Hardy getting around the traffic. Arbasha again. So Arbasha comes in and maybe giving Syria a little momentum here. Let's go back down to the huddles. Lebanon still up by 17 points with 4:18 to go in the second quarter.
We have the best option now if we play 2 down. Guys, repeat, making good spacing. Guys, you're a shooter. When you're here, I will never let you. Znači, believe in you. Amir is somewhere here. Znači, Sergio, play these 2 down with Haidar, you know, and make somebody, you know, alone or finish. Just to play clever, guys. Just to play clever, nothing else. And one more thing. What you promised me. When we missed.
Obviously, Coach Perisic there preaching that his guys just trust each other. So far, they've got 11 assists, and that was one of the glaring stats you might have seen at the bottom of your screen there during the timeout break. 11 assists for Lebanon so far. Syria with 3 in the entire game so far. By the way, Lebanon shooting 65% from 2. Lebanon also shooting 38.36% from 3. Syria, 35.5% from 2 so far in this game. They've got to pick some better shots. Eldarwich with a take to the right side now, trying to finish with the right hand. Syria running other way. Atlee inside to Hardy. Floater falls. Syria not out of it by any means. A lot of game to play. They still trail by 15. Maybe you go on a little run here. A big fight for the rebound. Hardy's got it. He's off to the races. Hardy down the lane and fouled. Hardy by himself has been willing Syria pretty much this entire game so far. And now Sergio Eldarwich is going to pick up his 3rd personal of the game. So he's going to have to check out again. We might not see him till the second half. Hardy right now with 15 points. And there is a technical, so the free throw taken by Arbasha. And now Hardy will go to the line. So Syria erased pretty much what was a 24-point lead in the 3rd quarter against Bahrain in their game on Friday night. And they almost came back. They held Bahrain to shooting for only 7 points in the 4th quarter. Syria outscored Bahrain in the second half 43-26. Very much a second half team. And they trail by 13. Mitchelson with the rebound. Hardy back the other direction. Slowing down on the right wing. And now they'll swing it left. Arbasha running the point from up top, under 3 to go. Arbasha steps back. Obviously you can hear the fans in here getting pretty loud to support their teams. The floater off the mark. Syria's got to do a better job of rebounding. Get an easy one there as there was nobody on the right side to block out. The big man who can hit a 3, bangs it in again! 2 for 2 from distance. You might have to step up Arakji. Syria cuts the lead of Lebanon to 10. Arakji from the right side. Gets it out. Arakji right back. Now in the lane. Flashed, no good. Rebound Spellman. Spellman amongst the trees. And a foul call for the 27-year-old. So it was trying to create some room down there against Al-Hamwi. I guess Atlee might have got in there. And a little too much contact from Syria leads to 2 Spellman shots up and coming. Both teams in the bonus now for the remainder of the second quarter. Atlee picked up his first personal there. Lebanon back with a chance to extend their lead. Spellman overall in his FIBA experience for Lebanon averaging 15.6 points per game with a 16.4 efficiency. And he gives Lebanon the lead again. They're back up by 12. 44-32 is the score. A minute 30 to go in the second quarter. From the left side, Al-Hamwi, slow and steady, tried to use the bank, and it did not fall. Lebanon now with a chance to set up their offense and get going. Minute 20 to go in the second quarter. It's been a fun one here in Dubai so far, but it's been the Lebanon show. And they've just gotten a lot of rebounds as well to give themselves second chances. Syria's done a subpar job of rebounding. From the outside, Hyder! Makes it rain from distance. That's a big three-point shot to give Lebanon back a 15-point lead. Syria needs a timeout with under a minute to play here in the second quarter. Oh boy, 56.1 seconds left to go in the first half, and we'll go back down to the huddle.
We have to go ball by ball. Now.
Slide down, slide down.
One times, one side. Habo, you take Vino and you pump. Boom, boom. Back pin for Vidal.
One side, not this one.
No, I'm sorry. Whole side. You're right. Whole side. Until you go for the handle. We need to, once we get the ball, we need to attack because the defensive balance is very bad.
So Coach Petracci there preaching that they need to go when they have a chance because their defensive guys for Lebanon are staying back. By the way, Lebanon out-rebounding Syria in this game by 16. They have 11 offensive rebounds, while Syria has 1 offensive rebound. Lebanon has 19 defensive rebounds. Syria has 13. Lebanon just doing a great job of getting inside and beating Syria. Syria obviously not doing a great job of boxing out either. For a team in Lebanon that averages 41 rebounds a game, you would think, okay, maybe that's something we want to prevent them from doing. If we can get them off of the boards, we give ourselves a better chance. By the way, Al-Hamwi has got to kind of lead that charge there at 218 centimeters. He's 7'2". Hardy. Up top alone, guarded by Mezher. Now Spellman steps up to flash. Hardy with the wraparound to the right side. He's got to shoot it with 1 second to go. The leading scorer continues to keep Syria in this game. He's got 18 points. Arakci picks up his dribble, gives it to Hyder. Arakci now with the screen from Hyder, gets around inside, floats it up, will not go, and a much needed rebound for Mitchelson, who turns it over, thought he was hit. Arakci alone for 3. And Al-Hamwi, a big rebound for Syria, but that's how this second quarter is gonna end. Lebanon completely dominates Syria in the first half, but Syria able to keep themselves in this game. They trailed by at most of 19 points in that first half, and now only trailing by 13. Still a lot of game left to play here, as we'll check out our first half stats at the bottom of your screen. So obviously the offense not shooting horrible for Syria, but here's where things get interesting. Look at those rebounds and look at the assists, right? Turnovers, it's pretty neck and neck with that one, but Lebanon destroying and sharing the ball and going to the rack to get rebounds. Hardy has been on a tear for Syria, but he is the only one in double figures for them. And for Lebanon, they have 3 players already in double figures, all with 11 points: Spellman, Hyder, and Arakci. And we'll check out the best plays from that second quarter. Nice spin move in there by Arakci, who started to get himself going to the tune of 5 for 10 from the field. And like we mentioned, it's the assists, ball movement, a couple hockey assists there for a plethora of players. And then how about this, the unlikely hero for Syria in this game, Abdul Wahab Al-Hamwi, who is in his 16th year playing for the Syrian national team, banging home a couple of big threes in that first half. And then Hyder says, okay, might not be as big as Al-Hamwi, but I can do it too on that end. 47-34 is our score at the half, a 13-point lead for Lebanon as we go into our halftime break. Syria and Lebanon on the other side.
Education, health, justice. We sometimes take these simple things for granted. They're not common for all of us. We are all born on the same planet, but not with the same opportunities.
Whatever our gender, color, belief, or capability, we are one. We are all on the same team. Let's convince those who never thought they'd do it that they can. We can. Together, we are stronger. No matter your origin, basketball can bring everyone together. Basketball for good.
Looks to bring it. Just drops it in transition for 2. And Darwich again.
And that's going to be good if it goes, and it does! Well, that silences the crowd, and a big-time pass, heads-up pass there by Bowen.
They have to get this away upstairs for the lob. Is good on the pass and the finish. Dickerson gets his first 2 points.
Oh, and here's the steal. Breakaway showtime. Throwing it down. Qatar on a run. Baba
5 points for him, back to back, rising up to the cup. Kaboom!
Here's Vodanovic on the burst, and how about the two-handed hammer from Soto? Gilas Pilipinas pile driver, getting the fans on their feet, and Philippines up by 6. Chisholm looking for the handoff this time. Gets it back, nice play again, and the cram jam for Chisholm. And Bahrain in full flow and flying high, lead by 5. 17 the leads, and they're flying forward again. Big strong attack met at the rim for the 10-foot tall denial. Taylor Britt, oh my goodness! Taylor Britt taking all the attention of the defense, and the highlight play behind the vertebrae from the point guard.
Tucker picks up his dribble over to the right side. Dwyery in the middle. Oh, behind the back pass and the finish! What an acrobatic play there by Dwyery to get the pass to Abbas, who's fouled and will go to the line to shoot the M1.
Ross almost loses it. It's turned over. And again, China on the run. And again, it's that man, Zhengfang Bo, jamming it home. And I thought that might even be a chance for a quick heave at the end. But what a finish to that half from the Chinese.
That is unbelievable.
These guys will be legends in their own country, but also in the international basketball world forever.
Getting ready for the second half of action here in Sheikh Zayed bin Maktoum Sports Hall in Dubai in the United Arab Emirates. Game day number 4 of Group F here in the first round of the Asia Cup qualifiers. It's window number 2 of the Continental Cup qualifiers. Let's check out the top scorer for Syria, and it is Amari Hardy, who has really been able to get his team, willing his team back into this game. Still trailing by 13, though, as he had 18 points in that first half, went off, was able to be a rack attack, was able to shoot the ball from the outside as well, and most of all, getting Lebanon into foul trouble, which was maybe one of their keys to the game, is get Lebanon in foul trouble, who has been in foul trouble, averaging 19 fouls per game. On the other side, though, Wael Arakci tied as the leading scorer with 11 points alongside Ali Haider and Omari Spellman, all with 11 points. Wael Arakci shooting pretty well from the floor as well. He's 5 of 10 from the field, 4 of 7 from 2, 1 of 3 from 3. Actually has missed the only free throw that he's taken so far in this game. So some second half adjustments for Syria. Obviously, they have the size to be successful, but they've got to get some rebounds. In the first half, they were out-rebounded 30-16. So Lebanon had twice as many rebounds in that first half than Syria did, and Syria has a man standing at 218 centimeters, 7'2". Obviously, they're going to need to exploit more size advantages, create more mishaps for the Lebanese defense, and they need mismatches. at the end of the day. But, you know, Syria's going to come out and play hard. They always do. They haven't really been blown out and won the fourth quarter against Bahrain 20-7. They sunk themselves into a 24-point hole in the third quarter on Friday night against Bahrain and was able to make a comeback. And so Lebanon, their key, just keep playing the way they are, and they can't let off the gas. The second they let off the gas, they could potentially let Syria back into this game, because Syria is going to play so the final whistle blows with zeros on the clock in the fourth quarter. So far, head-to-head, all-time, Lebanon leads Syria 3 wins to none. Obviously, they played each other back in the first window here, actually 4-0, played each other back in the last window as Lebanon was able to take the win there, leading 3-0 here in Group F. And then they hadn't played Syria before that since 2018. And then before that, it was 1999, by the way. So Lebanon 3-0 so far in Group F. Bahrain 2-1, Syria 1-2. Looking to get themselves back in this game. In the United Arab Emirates 0-3. There's Amari Hardy, who has shot well from the floor to keep Syria in this game. Obviously, you heard him in a few of the timeouts earlier saying, okay, if you're complaining about the ball, when you get it, make your move and shoot it. We need shots to fall, and they shoot threes from a way better percentage, you know, in the past. They shoot threes at a 38.2% clip compared to Lebanon's 30.4%. So 8.3 favorites here by threes in their shooting. So obviously, Syria's got a lot of things that they can try in this second half. But what's going to be successful? By the way, second chance points for both of these squads and points in the paint. 12 second chance points for Lebanon, 0 for Syria so far. They have not been doing a great job of getting those O boards. They only have 1 offensive rebound as a team. Lebanon has 11 offensive rebounds as a team and 8 more points. Excuse me, 12 more points. And then points in the paint. Obviously, Lebanon not afraid to drive inside because they know what they're good at. 63% from 2-point field goal range in the Continental Qualifiers, Continental Cup Qualifiers. 26 points in the paint compared to 16 for Syria. Lebanon ranked the 29th best team in the world in their world rankings. Syria 72nd in the world rankings. You can check out the Asia Cup Qualifiers app. Download the app by scanning that QR code at the bottom left corner of your screen. It's got games, highlights, and scores. Download wherever you get your apps from. So Lebanon here coming into the second half, looking to continue their dominance in the paint, both offensively and defensively. And Syria needs other players to score besides Hardy, because once it becomes the Hardy show, then the Lebanon defense knows they can just swarm him and get stops. Hardy, by the way, 18 points so far in this game. 6 of 9 from the field, 5 of 8 from 2, 1 of 1 from 3, and he's 5 of 6 from the charity stripe. 2 rebounds, 1 assist, and 1 block so far His efficiency is at 19 right now. No other Syrian player on this national team is in double figures in scoring. The closest next one is Marj Arbasha.
You catch to don't go. And to don't, Ali, just to don't go on the right side. If you go, hey,
set on defense.
Right now, fine.
Defense, 1, 2, 3, defense.
Both of these teams sort of trying to will each other and their teammates to victory here. Last time Lebanon and Syria played each other was in Syria. Lebanon pulled out and won by 9 at the very end as well. Syria just plays hard all 4 quarters. They've always known that they could do that. Other side, and there's a rejection in the front court, but a foul. Atlee almost able to smack that one away. Spellman drew a little too much contact, and now he's at the line and shooting 2. So we've only played 13 seconds in the 3rd quarter, and Syria already picks up their first team foul. Spellman, who is in double figures, misses the second one. So splits his free throws there. Atlee down and around. Did he step out of bounds? Yes, he did. And another unforced turnover there. That's the 7th turnover for Syria in this game. Syria trailing by 13. Shot, finish. Ali Mansour, the 28-year-old, putting that one through. Mansour, by the way, gets his first bucket, and we have a foul down low. The foul will go on Mansour. Hardy on the outside, who's got 18 points in his 20-plus minutes of play. Now Arbasha kicks to the corner. A pump fake by Atlee. Now he's going to go baseline, up and under, got it off in time, but couldn't make the reverse. Mansour. Spellman, left side, floater, goes for Hyder. And Lebanon with a quick run to start off this second half here. And Syria is going to need to take a timeout. They've seemed overpowered so far in this game. They need something. Let's hear from their coach.
No start. No start. 6 points in a row. We don't score. Double drive. Say good point. The only one is scoring. Let him score.
Okay, go score, man. Go score.
No, back big all the way. You set the last one and you pop out, okay? All the way to the basket. We play 2.
So you heard there, Coach Petracci pretty much drawing up pick and rolls between Al Hamwi and Amari Hardy. Hardy on a tear here, 18 points in that first half. But his team trailing big right now. They're back down by 18 points. So let's see if we see the pick and pop here with him and Alhamwi. So there's the screen. Alhamwi flashing to the basket. Almost a trap up top there. A dump out to the left side and a turnover. Other way now. Mitchelson. Inside, the reverse will fall. Mohamed Atli getting his bucket to go. He's got 2 points in the game. His first made basket. And Arbasha picks up a pretty meaningless foul going back the other direction with under 8 minutes left to go here in the third quarter. Mansour. Arakji around the traffic. His hesitation step is so nice. Missed everything. Got his own rebound. Up with the trees. Arakji finishing strong. He's got 13 in the game. Mitchelson. Here comes the pick and pop. Hardy. They're going to give it to the big man. He's been money all game long. How do you stop Alhamwi? His first made 2, made a couple of threes in the first quarter, first half, and he's got 8. Offensive foul. A push off by Haider. So that's a little too much of a moving screen by Haider, obviously, trying to get Mitchelson. And on the other side now, another foul on Lebanon. So Syria playing a little bit more physically because they know that Lebanon averages 19 team fouls per game. Now Lebanon with 3 team fouls here in the third quarter. Under 7 minutes to play in the third. Arbasha with the give off to the big man Alhamwi, and look how far out they're guarding him now. Get a man on the big boy. Down low. Lebanon pleading their case. And the second personal foul on Arakji. So it looked like he hit Hardy there as he went down low to the left side. Hardy finds his way to the charity stripe again. So far Hardy, 5 for 6 from the free throw line. Now 6 for 7. By the way, Syria now in the bonus for the rest of the third quarter. Hardy, who graduated from the University of Oregon back in 2021, saw a couple of deep NCAA runs. Played most recently for the Pioneros de los Mochis in the Mexican FIBA Copa. Now plays for Marousi Basketball Club over in Greece. Had not registered a FIBA stat. And now the last play, obviously under review for what could have happened here. So Hardy on the drive, and Arakji is going to make the case that with his left hand, he was able to get all ball there. This is probably our best view. It's close. It's very, very close. Obviously, Spellman was able to get there as well for the closeout down low for Lebanon. Hardy driving in with his left hand there as he went right through the lane. Arakci comes and swipes down with his left hand there. You have to have conclusive evidence to overturn that. And it will be 2 shots. It was a foul on Arakci, his second personal of the game. Hardy at the line. Makes the second one. So what a way to ice a free throw shooter. Syria now in the bonus for the last 6.5 to go here in the second quarter. Or excuse me, the third quarter. Hardy with the steal on the other side, gives it off. 3 by Issa. $14-point lead for Lebanon. Arakci to the right corner. Bounce pass to Hyder. He lost it. Alhamwi picks it up, gives it off to Hardy. And now he can push if he wants to, but he'll slow it down. Gives Alhamwi a chance to get up the floor and set the first screen up top here. Hardy, the leading scorer in the game with 20. From the outside, steps back. Why not? Hardy, perfect from beyond the arc. He's got 23 points with 5.5 left to go here in the third quarter. Spellman, other side, left elbow J. And it'll stay over here. Syria trailing by 11. And that one was as clear as daylight. Foul. That one on Atley. It's his third foul. Third personal and the third team foul on Syria. Just as Syria got closer, they foul, and now Arakci putting the first one through. Arakci shooting free throws at 85.7% so far here in the 3 games he's played for Lebanon. Puts both of them through. Arakci now with 15 points. Hardy going down the lane, fouled, and he's going to go back to the line. So Lebanon really hasn't figured out a way to stop Amari Hardy. Hardy understanding that he's strong enough every time he goes down the lane that he might draw some contact as he sinks the first free throw. And he's able to give his team a little bit of a breather here. 12-point game. Mansour to the right side. Man left wide open. Tip in, no good. Rebound, Syria, other side. They kick it to the corner. 3 on the way. Arbasha is cash money. He's got 11 points. Zainoun. Spellman. The mid-range just rims out. Alhamwi gets the rebound and is smacked in the face. Syria pulling themselves within 9 points of Lebanon. And that foul will go on Mansour. And like I mentioned, Syria is in the bonus. So now Al-Hamwi is going to get to go to the line. Al-Hamwi misses the first one. In his 3 games so far, he had not missed a free throw. That was his first miss. Second one, misses both of them. The 218-centimeter center in his 3 games is playing 11 minutes per game, averaging 5 points per game. Arakji misses that 3. Arbasha on the other side. Syria still trailing by 9. Al-Hamwi into the lane, out right side, 3 Atli. Notice how there were 3 Lebanese players crashing the boards there, and only Al-Hamwi was down there trying to get an offensive rebound. Lebanon completely out-rebounding Syria in this game. Underneath, the backdoor cut, and the finish by Ali Mansour. His second made field goal of the game. He's got 4 points. Lebanon back with an 11-point lead. Arbasha with a screen, puts it up. Lebanon got a piece of it. Other side, Spellman left wide alone. It's pure. Spellman gives Lebanon back a 14-point lead. Just when Syria was trying to punch Lebanon in the teeth, Lebanon hits right back. With just under 3 minutes left to play here in the third quarter, these Lebanese fans on their feet. And we'll listen into the Syria huddle.
Put the ball in his game. You put the ball in his game.
Here we go. Here we go.
We need to make a couple of stops, guys. Don't force it. Don't force it. Put the ball in his game. They cannot stop him.
So Hardy makes a 3 on one side. And he's been doing it all for Syria in this one. Got to the free throw line a couple of times, made a 3. And he's really been just trying to eat inside as much as he can, work the inside-out game. The leader in this game in points, 24 so far. By the way, Syria still only has 1 offensive rebound in this game, and their coach was saying move the ball, which is obvious. They have 8 assists compared to Lebanon's 14. But that 1 offensive rebound really hurting Syria right now. As they trail by 14. What can this Magic Man Hardy do? Up top, Hardy. Still well out beyond the arc. 4 seconds left before he has to shoot it. Hardy a 3. Wanted that one to fall so bad. Now here's Sergio Eldarwich, who we have not seen since a couple minutes left in the second quarter. He was in foul trouble. Saud, catch and shoot 3. Off the backside of the rim. Spellman will give them a second chance, and another offensive board for Lebanon. A 3 on the way. Touched last by Syria. Nice try by Atli going after that one, but it looked like maybe Lebanon had gotten the last hand on it if Atli had not touched it. Inside, Spellman turns around. Al-Hamwi can't hang on to it. and another foul. Both teams are in the bonus. Now after they pick up that last foul. So that was the final foul to give by Syria. 1:50 to go here in the third quarter. Catch and shoot three, right wing. So on the rebound right here, that's that first personal on Issa. Lebanon with a chance to extend their lead. Lebanon advances to the Asia Cup if they beat Syria in this game. Up until this point, they have had solid control of the lead, as they're back up by 14. So now a new look for Syria. Here comes Omar Idelbi. Atley to the right side, gives it off to Idelbi. Idelbi now down the lane, back up top. Atley spins inside, sent backwards by Spellman, and a double dribble. Just lost it and then picked it up a second time with two hands. Eldarwich. And now Arakji guarded well out beyond the arc by Hardy. Underneath now, Spellman using his frame. Saud inside. Gyokchian can't get that one to fall. So that's one thing that Syria has not done a good job of, is passing the ball. They actually had a Dribby down low in there who flashed to the left block, and Idelbi just didn't see him there all by himself. And that's one thing that's really hurt Syria in this game, is sharing the basketball. Obviously, besides Hardy, who was 24 points, they only have 8 assists as a team. And you need to make free throws, late game free throws at that. 54.3 seconds left to go here in the third quarter. As he makes the second one. Syria trailing by 15 points. Spellman off the mark. They'll give it right back to him on the right block. Spellman, the Punisher inside. Look out down low. A half a second difference between the shot clock and the game clock as Spellman threw that one down. Syria needs something here. An errant pass yet again. Eldarwich throws it up. Idelbi got a hand on it. Last second heave is off the mark. So through 3 quarters of action, it's been all Lebanon all game long. Spellman inside as you take another look at that dunk attempt. Absolutely relentless in this game. Spellman's got 17 points. He's 3 of 5 from 3, got 11 rebounds. So a double-double. His plus minus is 19 and his efficiency is 22. That's good for best on the team. As we'll take a look at some of these stats here. Obviously, Lebanon not really shooting three-pointers at their best, but both teams doing what they're known for when it comes to 2 points and 3 points. Syria's a better three-point shooting team. They're shooting threes better here. Lebanon's a better 2-point shooting team. Shooting twos better here. Everyone's playing at their average right now. Now here's where things get a little interesting, is the other game stats, right? As we check out the best plays of the third quarter. So Mansour actually comes in, gets his first bucket of the game here in the third quarter. And then it's just been a lot of sharing the basketball, right? 17 assists so far for Lebanon, only 8 for Syria. And you can see why. Lebanon doing a great job of sharing the ball and going in and getting boards. 46 rebounds so far from Lebanon, 21 for Syria. They've got to try for a lot more rebounds. They only have 1 offensive rebound. Lebanon has 20. In a professional team game, there's no way that you would let another team have 20 offensive rebounds, let alone 46 in total through 3 quarters of play. So obviously the Syrian fans a little bit unhappy with the way their team's playing. Lebanon has been dominating. 7 steals as well for the Lebanon men's national team. Other side, that one a spin in by Hani Adribi. Adribi, who's played for the national team since 2011. Coming off of a 4-point game where he played almost 21 minutes against Bahrain. Arakci inside, up with the right hand, and the finish by Saud. Hardy, the leading scorer in the game. Stepping back out beyond the arc, wants a screen, is gonna get one. Now flips it inside, the floater, and the swish from Atlee. He's got 4. Syria trailing by 15. They did come back from down 24 points just a game ago. Arakci couldn't hang on to it. Only the 9th turnover of the game for Lebanon. I can't get over 20 offensive rebounds for Lebanon in this game and 1 for Syria. Hardy underneath, had that one sent backwards by Saud. Inside now, Gökçen is fouled. Adribi will pick that one up. Lebanon with a chance to extend their lead. So that is the first personal on George Nunu, as Gökçen can't get that one to fall. Gökçen played recently for Al Riyadi in Lebanon in the Lebanese LBL. Only had 2 points in their last game in 17.5 minutes. Spellman picks up his first personal of the entire game, which is interesting when you think about it. We were talking about earlier how Lebanon does get into some foul trouble, and that's what they've seen in these Continental Cup qualifiers, is they've been averaging 19 personal fouls per game. And that's just the first one. They swing it to the outside, now to the block. Good ball movement there. And Syria can't capitalize on it. Other side now. Spellman, catch and shoot 3. Book it. Spellman is on a run. Second player of the game to reach 20 points. Other side, Hardy is a wizard. He's unstoppable. 26 points for Hardy. Spellman, a pump fake. Spellman will shoot 2. Adribi picks up his 3rd personal. Omari Spellman goes to the line with 20 points already. He was drafted by the Atlanta Hawks in 2018 in the 1st round, 30th overall. Also spent some time with the Golden State Warriors. Now plays for BC Zenit St. Petersburg in Russia. There you see his numbers at the bottom of the screen, splits the free throws. He's got 21 points in the game. The biggest lead for Lebanon in this game is 19 points. Hardy finds some room. Down low. Atley, catch and shoot off the mark. Arakji inside, and it's going back the other way. Another turnover for Lebanon, only their 11th. Arbisha will give it off to Mitchelson. Guarded by Spellman now. Hardy from the corner. Missed everything. And a technical. So Hardy a little bit unhappy with the last shot he took. Obviously looks right at the ref, right at the official after he shot it, like he thought there might have been contact on the last one. And Arakji will make the technical shot. So you get the shot and the ball. Hardy obviously a little frustration with both himself and with the way his team is playing. Arakji cruises down the lane, a nice pass. Tapped out last by Syria. Here comes the baseline out of bounds on the left side. Arakji in the corner. They give it out. That's a wide open charity stripe shot, but a no make. Up top, Atley with the give off, and now Syria is going to get a chance to run their offense. They trail by 18. Inside, Alhamwi flipping it up. Missed it, but will go to the line. Alhamwi in his 17 minutes and 42 seconds of playing time is 8 points, 3 of 4 from the field. He's 2 of 2 from beyond the arc, but he has not made one of his free throws yet. He's also got 6 rebounds in this one as well, makes the first one. And the pair. He's got 10 points now and 6 rebounds. Syria still trailing by 16 points with 6 minutes left to go in the 4th quarter. Eldarwich getting crafty with his dribble. Floats it up and floats it in. Hardy now on the left wing. Was going to get a screen from Alhamwi there. Now he'll give it to Alhamwi, but it's a turnover. Nice interception. They'll give it to Spellman. Spellman down the lane. We just saw a man fly. Fouled as he was doing it. And a huge opportunity here for Spellman for a chance at a 3-point play. And he does. Giving these Lebanese fans A lot to cheer about right now. That one goes out last off of Lebanon. Syria really not trying to push themselves to 1-3 in Group F. It's going to be hard to make a comeback from that. Lebanon with a win will qualify for the Asia Cup and can go through window number 3 in February. A little more cool, calm, and collected. Inside, nice take, underneath, no make. On the far side, Hadidian gives it back. Spellman the fadeaway, a big wraparound, a finish, and a man down. Christian James Moran hit the ground really hard there. You really hope he's okay. He flew down to the ground there, able to get up under his own power. That's really good to see. We're really glad he's okay. Always need to remember, these are men, humanity above everything else, and very glad to see that Moran is all right. Timeout taken there by Syria with just under 5 minutes to play. Over halfway through the fourth quarter now. And Syria now trailing by 23. This is their biggest deficit of the game. Biggest lead of the game as well for Lebanon. Lebanon has led for every single minute of this game, has not relinquished the lead. The biggest scoring run Syria has gone on is a 9-0 run, which brought the lead in that third quarter down to just 9 points before Lebanon was able to go back on a run of their own. Again, Lebanon's just been eating on the glass this entire game. 51 rebounds, 21 of which are offensive rebounds. Only 23 rebounds for Syria in this game, 1 offensive rebound. So if there's a glaring stat that tells the tape of this game, we know what Coach Petrecci is going to go back and what they're going to focus on for the February window. Hardy from the outside, wrap around Atley, now down to the right. Brock maneuvering, missed it with his left hand. We're going back the other direction now. Arakji saw an open lane. Spellman, they kick it right back to him. Spellman at 3. Off the mark, and Arakji, another offensive rebound. Now inside, a foul as Hadidian was going up for it. So the 29-year-old gets 2 foul shots now. Played at Lakeland College in 2016 where he graduated. Has played in Armenia, Lebanon, and the United States, and has been playing for this national team since 2018. Didn't score in their last contest against the United Arab Emirates. And in just under 6 minutes of play, only registered a rebound and an assist. First point there. He's averaging 7.7 points per game here in the Asia Cup qualifiers. Played in 3 games, averaging 15.2 minutes per game. Hardy from the outside, dancing, triple teamed now. Mitchelson tries to come and get it, and it's a turnover. They fling this one up the floor. Inside, how about that? A big block down low by Atley, getting back in time. to block Hadidian. But it stays on this side for Lebanon. Great hustle play by Mohammed Atli in his first year for Syria, trying to earn some more playing time. And Lebanon is going to take a timeout here. Their lead is 24. So this is the biggest lead Lebanon has had actually in this game. So if you're Lebanon, you're starting to feel pretty good about the way your team is performing so far in this one. They're up by 28 right now. You saw the assists and how much they've been sharing the ball on offense. 21 assists for Lebanon compared to Syria's 11 actually. And Omari Spellman has exploded here in this second half. And that dunk will be on a highlight somewhere. Spellman's got 24 points in just about 32 minutes of play. He's got 12 rebounds, good for a double-double. 2 assists and 2 blocks. His plus-minus at plus 26 is an efficiency at 27, which, if you don't know what those mean, plus-minus is a measure of how good your team is on the floor when you are on the floor versus when you're off the floor in an offensive foul for Lebanon. So obviously Lebanon, fantastic when Omari Spellman's on the floor. And as I'm talking about him, he picks up his second personal there. Of course. When you're giving a guy his flowers, and then the basketball universe sends something against you. Mitchelson. Left side Hardy. He's guarded well out beyond the arc by Khalil. Hardy slips, falls, it's going the other way. That's been a metaphor for Syria's game. Other side, a block down low. Issa able to get it. And it's just unfortunate. Hardy lost his footing there, got up, seems to be okay, which is good. Obviously, he slipped and fell there in the last quarter, or actually earlier in this quarter. Christian James Moran took a hard fall, but he's sitting on the bench and looks to be all right. Happy to see him okay. And I don't know what that pass was going for. It looked like it was meant for Lebanon. Inside, a foul. Hadidian getting some good run here in the fourth quarter, standing at 201 centimeters as the 29-year-old goes to the line. Plays for Club Sportif de la Sagesse in Lebanon. Also played at Hometmen Beirut for the Lebanese LBL. Lebanon's up big. Lebanon with a 25-point lead right now. Inside, Atli trying to go up and under. Caught Abdullah, now back on the outside. That's a deep three, that's a hit! Issa from distance. That's Issa's first made field goal of the game. Bounce pass to the corner. Spellman, who's been on fire, they get it down low. Hadidian will be fouled. 2 minutes left to play in regulation. Issa picks up his second personal. And with 2:02 left to go, Hadidian seeing more time at the charity stripe, puts that one in. Hadidian makes the pair, 4 of 6 from the free throw line, and he's got 6 points. Hardy trying to dance from the outside. Catch and shoot 3 on the way. Syria with 1:45 to go, hitting a couple shots from the outside. A little, too late though. They still trail by 19 with 1.5 to go. And Lebanon can play keep away and just run this clock down. Jump ball as the possession arrow stays with Lebanon. By the way, Syria just not doing a great job of going at Lebanon, who's known to get into foul trouble. 19 personal fouls is their average per game. So that's almost 5 team fouls a quarter. And on the other hand, the one thing Lebanon has been doing to Syria is the exact opposite. They've been going right at them, getting in foul trouble, getting to the free throw line, like right here. First one's good. Amir Saud. Still perfect. From the charity stripe here in the Continental Cup qualifiers. He's averaging 20.2 minutes per game, 10.7 points. Hardy. Now on the outside. Catch and shoot 3, left wing. First 3 in 3 attempts. That has not gone down for Syria there. Saud inside. Hadidian. Shooting 2. I mean, Lebanon sticking to their game plan completely, playing inside out, 63% from 2-point range coming into this game. As the first one is off the mark for Hadidian. They're shooting just about 50% from 2. Lebanon, when you look at their shooting numbers, they're actually not really the best. It's just that they've been giving themselves all these second chance opportunities. 40 seconds left to go in the 4th quarter. Hardy spinning inside, the give off, the float, and the finish. Kamel Abdullah with his first bucket here in the 4th quarter. So Syria got it right back. From the outside. The float, no. And then a foul on the rebound as El Darwich falls to the floor. Issa's 4th personal foul. Under 30 seconds to play here, as we'll get a few more free throws to close this one out. Lebanon smelling victory now. And this is going to give their home fans a lot to celebrate as they really pour it on at the end of this game. They now lead by 22. Make it 23. A 23-point lead for Lebanon. Hardy with a 2-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Syria down to their final shot. Hardy is going to give this one off. The step back 3 from straight away, off the mark. And the final foul comes with 1.4 seconds left in the game. Issa picks up his 5th foul, very much a frustration foul. And he will foul out. While Arakci will get to go to the line now to shoot what could be the final 2 shots of the game. Puts the first one in. He's got 19 points now. 6 of 7. From the charity stripe, now 7 of 8. Breaks that 20-point goal that he always sets. While Arakci with 20, Omari Spellman with 24. And Group F is owned by Lebanon. Lebanon wins this one 89-64. Won this by 25 points. They now move to 4-0 in Group F. As we take a look at the final stats of this game. Not too much of a shooting difference there off of what their norm average would be, but here we go. Lebanon, 57 rebounds in this game, 23 assists, a great job of moving the ball and getting to the rack on offense. Of those 57 rebounds, 23 of them were offensive, and Lebanon had a plethora of players in double figures. Hardy was the man for Syria, and Lebanon is going to get to celebrate in front of this crowd in Dubai. They have qualified for the Asia Cup here in the United Arab Emirates. 4-0 now in Group F, and they're going to get to celebrate with their fans here. So last time in 2022, they were the runners-up to the FIBA Asia Cup. They'll look to dominate here in this one. So in the fourth quarter, we're taking a look at our best plays now. Lebanon went on a whole bunch of scoring runs. Omari Spellman was the exclamation point on this with a couple of big dunks, as he was feeling good in his second year here playing for Lebanon. The 27-year-old was their leading scorer in the game. So in Group F, Lebanon now 2-0 against Syria. Syria just went down bad and was not able to recover, although you had But what a game that Lebanon played here against Syria. That will do it for us, for everyone here in Group F. So long from Sheikh Zayed bin Maktoum Sports Hall in the United Arab Emirates, where Lebanon wins 89-64. More teams to watch around the world here in the Continental Cup qualifiers, but that definitely was a fun one. The UAE and Bahrain are up next in Group F, which runs through Lebanon. They're moving on to the Asia Cup. Good night, everyone, from Dubai.